taken the tools out of the back of the car. We've got our jack. Sophia, come here. I want you to see, I want you to film under here. So we've got what they call a sill. So, can you see that? Is it maybe like that? So, you've got a metal part. It's called the sill. There's a little section there. You can read the owner's manual if you get stuck. We're going to wind this up by hand. Watching? So wind it up by hand. So now, this section here is just touching the sill. Can you see that, guys? Where is it? There you go. Just touching the sill. So hold on to that. So then we're going to crack off all of these wheel nuts. So we've just got this just touching. So we're cracking them all off. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. So we're going left. Now that they're all cracked off, we're actually going to lift this right up and actually take the wheel off. So we've got our tool here. Let's have a look. Let's see.
You normally have the machine at your
Well,
work.
I normally have the machine at work, but we're stuck now, so
Yeah, you have a flat tire.
I have a flat tyre.
And it's pissing now.
What?
It's pissing.
It's pissing out. It's pissing out air.
Yes.
Yeah, well that's a rude word, so we're not going to use that. So basically what we're doing, guys, is we're winding this now.
I can see it lifting.
Lifting the car up. Can we see that?
Yeah.
Hands away, guys.
Oh, yes. 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 Lifting up the car. How's lifting the car?
Away, Zoe, away. Thank you. Alright, so now that we've got the wheel off, okay. Gonna crack all of it. So these are all off now. Oh. Gonna undo them all by hand. Are you getting all this footage, Zoe?
Yep.
So you can do the next one next time we get a flat.
Okay.
I haven't done this for a while.
Yeah, because we never have a flat tire.
I haven't had a flat tyre for a while.
Yes, and then the man said we had a flat tire.
Yeah.
And simply, it's busting.
Yeah, it's busting. So, gonna undo all of these now. One really important trick, Zoe.
What?
So once we get all of these off, one of the super important tricks that we need to remember is, for safety, we're going to put the spare wheel underneath the car.
What?
Just in case the jack slips off. Alright?
Wow, I didn't even see that part.
So they're the wheel nuts, Zoe, yeah?
Yep, I can see them on the camera.
So we're going lefty-loosey.
Righty-tighty.
Yeah, well, we're going lefty-loosey at the moment, so...
Righty-tighty then.
Alright. So, now that we've got this wheel off, super important. So this is for safety. We're going to put the wheel under here. Alright, the wheel's just going to stay there like that.
Yeah.
Now that's
Sorry,
just in case this jack fails, the car will rest on the tyre and won't hurt anybody, alright?
Okay.
So now we get our new temporary use only tyre.
Is that a fake?
Yeah, so this is what they call a space saver. Okay.
Yeah.
So it saves space. So now I'm gonna put these on. So righty tighty.
Oh, righty-tighty.
Righty tighty.
Okay.
So we did lefty loosey. We're now doing righty tighty. So you want to see another important trick, Soph?
Sure.
So this is what we do. So once they're all on, they're started by hand. So we're going to make sure they're all started by hand. What we're going to do is we're just going to give them a little bit of a nip up in a cross pattern. See? So,
Why do you have to do it in a cross
so
pattern?
we do it in a cross pattern so that way the wheel sits nice and square up against what they call the hub. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give it a little bit of a tight, and we're doing it in a cross pattern. Okay? So now that they're tight like that, we can now remove the wheel that we've got for safety. I'm going to start to lower this down now. Now, don't touch it, Zoe. So,
And then we're going to lower the car back down.
so we're lowering the car back down now.
Yeah, and why is this one really slow?
Don't touch it, Zoe. So we're lowering it down.
It's a bit low. Yes, it's a bit like up. A bit up. So are you going to jam your finger?
So,
Okay.
so now we're lowering this down.
And once you lower it down, you probably take it out again.
Yep. So once it's down enough, so now that the wheel is now touching the ground. So what does that mean? We can actually now tighten these all up properly.
That
So
way, if you don't tighten them up properly, then they'll probably get loose again, and your tire will roll off, and you won't
Probably.
have a tire,
Now-
and then you won't have a wheel.
how tight do you do them? Do you ask, Sophia?
Tight.
How tight do you do them? Well, you got to do them. You got to do them quite tight. So they call it FT. Really tight.
Kind of
So-
sounds like the word fart.
Ooh,
without
so
the A.
anyway, so what I'm going to do is I've done them in a cross pattern. I'm going to lean on them a bit. So now I can let it all the way down.
And then you pack the old tire back there, back in where you got the new tire.
Alright. Before we go, what's the last step, Soph?
Pack everything away.
Pack everything away is one, but we've also got to make sure that this spare tyre that we've put on is at the correct inflation. Yeah?
Mhm.
So this one here, what does it say?
INFL.
8. So inflate
Inflate
to
to 420
kPa or 60 psi.
Yes.
So,
Dad, why is this like higher than
so this is
normal
called a
tire?
space saver. So a lot of manufacturers use a space saver to save space in the boot. So we're
It's
gonna
sweating.
re-inflate that, and then we'll be on our way.